The name of this story is I Don't Know What It Was. There was this time in the early fall, and we were staying in this cabin. And it was less than a half a mile from the railroad track, and it was surrounded by thick, thick woods. There wasn't any neighbors for miles around. This cabin had 3 doors to it. There was a front, the back, and the side door. And there was some really strange things going on. From the time we entered those backwoods, there was a true feeling of being watched. And on the side of the cabin, in the field, there would be this orb of light. And it would be hovering there for hours in the same spot. A large beam of light in the same position. It was very spooky there. And at night you could also feel eyes on you. And this was every time we went out for some wood for the heater. Because it was very cool. It was some very cool nights. That early fall. But in the daytime it was very pleasant. And we would take time to get in a little fishing. And to get to the lake from the cabin, we would have to go down the track and then come to a bridge, then take a twisted path on the right of the bridge. And as we were walking down the track, we could hear footsteps walking up in the woods beside the track. But we looked to where the sound was coming from, and we couldn't see anything. But we could smell something horrible, but still couldn't see a thing. We made our way to the lake and tried to get a little fishing in. And we could hear something crackling and the breaking of sticks somewhere, but a short distance away. And that smell was still there, off and on. Then all of a sudden a large rock splashed in the water in front of us. We knew it was a rock because we seen it when it went down. We looked to where it came from. Still, nothing was there to be seen. And this was early morning, and the sun was up, but we couldn't see what was throwing at us and breaking what sounded like limbs off trees. And then another rock was thrown in the water in front of us. Still nothing to be seen. Now we knew it was time to be making our way back up the track. And as we did, we were still being followed from the bridge to the track. We heard the footsteps at a pace behind us. We looked and we saw some eyes looking straight at us. We almost lost it, but we remained calm as we could, as we made our way back to the cabin. And this thing, whatever it was about 8 feet tall from when it was in the tree line. And all we seen was the eyes. And they were 8 feet off the ground, just staring at us. When we left the track, we heard a whistle. And back from where we just had passed, there was another whistle. We picked up our pace and we safely made it back to the cabin. And when we looked back this time, we saw a huge, massive dark figure at the edge of the woods, just looking our way. We didn't know what it was, and we wasn't trying to find out. We stared at it as it stared at us on the porch of the cabin. And then we heard what sounded like, woo, woo. And it turned to where the sound was coming from. And there was another huge figure just a little ways down from that one. And It was about 6 feet tall. It looked at us one more time and just walked back into the woods and went towards the other one that had made that woo, woo sound. I'm glad that was our last day there. We had been there 2 weeks and hadn't saw anything like that before. We had been to the lake 2 times before the last time and had experienced anything. It was calm. But that last time, we were being followed by something walking on 2 legs like it was stalking us and warning us not to come back. We completely got the message and will not be going back there anytime soon. And the hovering light still hovers there still to this day. And we do believe that those creatures was a couple of Sasquatches. Thank you.